Hey there, it is me, Jessica. I am coming at you from my car so I can actually have a talk with you guys without being interrupted. Believe it or not, I have actually tried to do this recording 3 times, and every time I was interrupted. So I said, you know what? Let's try the car. Maybe if I sit in the car, no one will need me or try to come get me, or anyway, you know how that goes. Mommy's always needed by somebody, whether it's the kids, the husband, the neighbors who want to come roll the trash can outside for tomorrow, before tomorrow. But I get it. Sometimes you just want to be prepared before tomorrow. So I get it. However, let's move on from the neighbors and all the other things that you all did not click on this video for. So I hope you had a wonderful, beautiful day. I wanted to talk to you guys today about a racing mind. A racing mind can really affect different people in different ways. Some people are affected by their sleep at night. Some people are affected by having a racing mind during the day, where it prevents them from being able to focus on whatever it is they're trying to accomplish at a certain time. Some people are affected by having a racing mind just by having a lot of negative thoughts and questions about what if, and increasing your anxiety and stress, and it can really just wreak havoc. And one of the worst things that it can do is interfere with your sleep. If you have ever experienced having a racing mind before bed, it is not fun at all. When you're trying to go to sleep, you know you need to go to sleep because you might have to get up to go to work in the morning, and you're just having all kinds of thoughts about everything. And it's like, okay, look, I need to go to sleep. However, I'm just thinking about all these different things, and it can become stressful. And when you're taking care of yourself and you're on a journey of increasing your self-care, sleep is a big part of it. And a racing mind is not good for self-care, and it's not good for sleep. So I want to talk to you guys today about a racing mind and some things that you could try and implement to help with those racing mind moments. If you see me glance off, it's because I have some notes that I wanted to make sure that I talked about, so I don't really forget anything. So if you see me look off a little bit, that's why. One of the things that I want to start with is some tips. Sometimes when you have a racing mind, the first thing you try to do is just stop the thoughts. It's just like in your mind, you're thinking, okay, I just want to stop the thoughts so I can just go to sleep. But what I would encourage you to do is first, just relax. Sometimes, and it might be when you're actually trying to go to sleep. So just go ahead and discontinue with the process of trying to go to sleep. Go at that particular moment. Go ahead and get up, but relax. Just relax. Think. Allow the thoughts to just happen. While you're allowing those thoughts to just happen, I want you to make sure that you have a pen and paper and write down the thoughts that you are having as they're happening. What are you thinking about? Just start writing down. Just pay attention. Not that you are trying to force yourself to think about a certain thing. Just write down the things that you're thinking about as they come. Do it for like good 10, 15 minutes. Just write it down. Whatever comes to mind, just write it down. After you do that, the next thing I want you to do is ask yourself some questions. The first question I want you to ask yourself is, why am I thinking this? Sometimes when you're having a lot of thoughts about something, it's because you have some anxiety about that particular thing, or you're worried about a particular thing. I'll give you an example. One, when I was pregnant with my daughter, and when you're pregnant, sometimes you just sleep is not the most comfortable. Of course, when you get to a certain point, sleep is just uncomfortable. And this particular night, I just couldn't sleep because I was thinking about all sorts of things that needed to happen when she got here. And of course, during that time, it was like during COVID and things were crazy. And I was worried about that. And I'm one of those people that was like really not in a good place mentally during COVID. It's just, and I know a lot of people were, but for me, yeah. So, I was just worried about a lot of different things, and sleep was hard to get, and I really needed to get it. And when I stopped and paid attention to the things that I was thinking about, one of the biggest concerns that I had was whether or not, as strangely as this may sound, one of the biggest concerns that I had, because I already have a son, one of the biggest concerns that I noticed kept popping up over and over again was, how do you be a good mom and give both the same amount of energy and time to both children? Because I had been used to just having my son here all the time, and so he was getting all the attention, all the love, all the everything. And for me, it just really stressed me out in trying to figure out, how do you balance the two? Like, what do you really do when this one needs this and that one needs that, and then you have a newborn and they really need you all the time? You're breastfeeding and pumping and all these things, and it's just like all the things that you can think about. And then on top of COVID, is just like, yeah, I was I'm gonna give you that look. That's what it was. It was So when I really just stopped and allowed myself to think about it and asked myself, why am I thinking this? I realized I was thinking about it because I love my son so much, and he had just been so accustomed to it just being him. I didn't want him to feel neglected in any way. I also realized that I had, from childhood, so to speak, some feelings of wanting more attention sometimes. Not that I wasn't getting attention. I got plenty of attention. But sometimes when you're a kid, you just come up with all these like weird ideas in your head, and sometimes you make them reality and they're not really reality. Like, for example, I was a kid that really paid attention to how much my sister got versus me. And if it looked like she got a millimeter more than I did, I had an issue. And I felt like, okay, I'm being mistreated. She has more than me. You don't care about me. I was that kid. Overly dramatic and really just a lot sometimes. But in thinking that, I was almost putting that same fear into my children, and that was not even a reality for me. And I was trying to make it be a possible reality for them, and in reality, it was not reality. So that's why it's really important to just allow the thoughts to happen and ask yourself, why am I having this thought? Why am I having this feeling? Why am I thinking about this? And in doing that, it will help you to really kind of uncover the reason behind the thought, and not just uncover the reason behind the thought, but figure out what to do with the thought. Because sometimes it is just, you need to address an issue that you have not addressed. You need to address a problem that you have not yet addressed. And that is your opportunity. When you allow the thoughts to happen, write those thoughts down. Ask yourself why you're having these thoughts. That's your opportunity to really start figuring out the why and what can I do. The next question I want you to think about is, how does this make me feel? How does this thought make me feel? Am I in a better space? Am I in a space to even entertain what it is that I'm thinking? Is it an idea that I have? Just really think about your feelings behind the thought. And then the third thing I want you to think about is, what can I do about this thought? How can I change it, or what do I need to do? Sometimes we're having thoughts because there is something that you know you need to do and you are avoiding doing it. So you're almost getting in your own way from preventing the racing mind to stop, because you're not allowing what needs to happen to be able to happen. You're not allowing yourself to release the control. One of the things that I have started practicing and reminding myself to do in my life on a regular basis, is like one of my mantras now, is SAB. Surrender, allow good things to happen, and be present. And you really have to be able to learn to implement those three things. If you can learn to just surrender to what is happening sometimes, like release the control. Sometimes we're controlling and we don't even know we're controlling. Like, even when you're not driving and your spouse is driving and you are too busy trying to tell them how to go and where to turn and what direction to go, and they know good and well how to get there, but you just feel like you have to insert yourself and tell them what to do, the what, the when, the how, the where, the why. That's control. Let it go. Relinquish it. When you learn to take your hands off the wheel, literally and figuratively, you will be in a much better space. You will feel better. You will thrive in areas of your life that you were wondering why it was, not doing as well as it could have been. Surrender. Let it go. Okay? So when you do those three things at night, when you're having a racing mind, stop, go ahead and get up, allow the thoughts to happen, write the thoughts down as they're coming, ask yourself the questions, and reflect on what thoughts you're having, why you're having it, how you feel about having those thoughts, and what you need to do. And when you do that, it will allow you to release the ideas that are coming. Be able to just relax and unwind. And I want you to try that anytime or the next time that you feel like you're experiencing a racing mind. And it does not have to be before bed, because it can be in the middle of the day. It can be in the evening when, you're trying to unwind after you get the kids in the bed. Whenever you are having that and you have the ability to do these things, I want you to actually implement it and try it. Once you do it, come back, leave me a message in the comments and let me know how it felt to do these three things and whether it actually helped you or not, because that will do my heart so much good. I'm also going to go ahead and let you all know that I am going to be including in the description box, so just make sure that you check the description box, people, okay? Check the description box. I will be including 2 free things for you guys. 2. because there's so much love here on the Be Happy Smoms Lifestyle channel. The first thing that I'm going to include for you for free is my 7 days of inspiration, which is 7 days of things, inspiration, activities to do to help you grow a happier and build a happier work-life balance, to develop a happier work-life balance. Sometimes those racing thoughts and that racing mind has a lot to do with the fact that your work life is out of balance. So I want you to get some inspiration, get some tips, get some feel good in your soul and in your spirit, and download my 7 days of inspiration workbook to help you through. And there are literally 7 days, Sunday through Saturday, of activities and quotes and inspiration. I don't even want to spoil it. It's a lot of good stuff, a lot of juiciness in there. Just good. Good for you. So download the 7 days of inspiration. You will not regret it. Okay. It was created with love in my heart, from me to you. So just consider it a big hug from Jessica to you. The second thing that I'm going to include in my link is a free self-care vision board wallpaper. And the purpose of these wallpapers that I have designed are to encourage you to focus on more self-care time even during your day. So there are wallpapers that you can put on your desktop computer, your laptop computer. A lot of people are using, during the workday, you're using your computer. And when you're in work mode, a lot of people are just in work mode. You're just in like that hustle mode, that go, 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 go. One of the biggest mistakes that I made while I was teaching is I stayed in like hustle, go, 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 go mode. And I never stopped to check in on myself. That self-care vision board that I want you to go into the description box and download is a gentle nudge from me to you. You download it, you upload it to your laptop or desktop computer, and it is a beautiful image, number one. And number two, it's just a gentle nudge to remind you, hey, how are you doing today? How are you doing right now? How are you feeling right now? What do you need right now? Sometimes it's just you need a sip of water because you hadn't had water in 7 hours and you didn't realize you hadn't had anything to drink in 7 hours. Yes, I did that. So it is a moment during your day, and multiple moments in your day without you having to have a reminder set on your phone, anything. When you glance at that self-care vision board, it will be that thought, that instant thought, let me check in with myself. How am I doing right now? What do I need right now? Am I good right now? Is it something that I need to do for myself? When you are a giver, especially when you are in a service profession, teachers, doctors, nurses, counselors, like all of those, you are givers. You are a giver at heart. And you give so much that you forget to check in with yourself. And it's equally important, if not more important, for you to check in for yourself and give to yourself, because when you don't give to yourself and you're just constantly in a giving out mode and you're never in a replenishing mode, there's nothing to ever, you'll end up burning out. Burning out, I'm sure, is not on your list of to-dos. So let's be proactive instead of reactive. Let me say that again. Let's be proactive and not reactive. Give yourself the things that you are needing in different moments throughout the day by giving yourself a reminder, a gentle nudge to check in with yourself with this free self-care download, free self-care wallpaper download. Okay? make sure you grab that. So I'm going to go ahead and end on that note. I hope you were encouraged, inspired, and uplifted. Have a wonderful, beautiful day today and tomorrow and the day after and the day after that. And continue on forevermore with beautiful days. And until next time, as I get ready to get out this hot car. This is love, y'all. I came and sat in this hot car to come talk to you all. This is love, okay? Sincere love from me to you. I may not know you, but the love is there. Be great, be wonderful, be beautiful. And until next time, color your thoughts beautiful. Bye.